Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this brand new game I'm going to be playing for the first time today, called Way of the Hunter. Let's jump right in. This is basically a hunting simulation game, if you're familiar with the genre. I have played previous games in the past that I don't play anymore for reasons I shall not go into in this video, from another developer. So when this game was kind of announced, and it hasn't been, I would say it's not been the most advertised and promoted game leading up to its release on Tuesday of this week. It is now Thursday as I'm recording this. So this game released 2 days ago, and it's not exactly the most promoted and advertised game on Steam compared to some, but definitely for people that like hunting games, hunting simulators, definitely worth checking out, because it may just offer you something that the current games don't, or the rival games don't. But I'm interested to check it out, play a little bit of it, see how it goes. From my understanding, there is a little bit of a story mode for the game. Initial tutorials, things like that, to get you into the game, to teach you aspects of the game. And then after that, it pretty much opens up and becomes a free roam, do what you please kind of game. There are 2 different reserves you can hunt on out of the game, out of the box.
Hey, Grandpa.
With 2 additional reserves coming as DLC in the not too distant future.
Nurse Ellen was helping me with it, but she said
and obviously the developers do have plans to support this game for quite a long time, adding new gameplay elements, new things to the game. Obviously one of the things at the moment a lot of people comment on it is there's no bow hunting in the game, which is something the developers have said will be coming in the future as an update, free update to the game, that they'll have bow hunting. There seems to be a couple of little graphical issues at the minute with the game.
What? I can't hear
where
you.
it's not quite running as it should be. But again,
way better.
I expect that to be patched fairly quickly. The game does run on the Unreal Engine, so
but I'm not sure when it will arrive.
so it's using a obviously well-established game engine. So I assume the developers will be able to tweak things and improve things fairly, quickly, compared to other developers who use their own custom, bespoke, in-house engines, which are a bit more tricky to deal with. I'm also hoping that down the road, because it's based in Unreal, there might be some really good mod support for the game.
I'll call you later.
The community.
Be nice to the nurses.
Although the developers have said they're not going to release any official modding tools, and they're not going to support modding themselves, obviously doesn't stop players in the community making user-made mods, because obviously it's in Unreal. Here we go. So if you're following the story, we are taking over Grandpa's hunting lodge, and we're going to be running it for him. To start with, he's in hospital or something, he's in bad health. Okay, so here we are in our lovely lodge. Jump. Oh, we can jump. That's amazing. Wonder if the Call of the Wild developers have seen that. I can move quickly, move slowly. We can crouch and lie down. We can do all sorts of good things. But first of all, we need to go get the keys from the mailbox, which strikes me as being a somewhat not very safe place to leave the keys, or the spare keys.
Thank God we have a trustworthy mailman.
Okay, now we get to enter the lodge. So yeah, you have to do the tutorial. You have to come into the game and work through these initial missions and do the tutorial. At a certain point,
It's been a long
it then
time
says
since I was here.
you're now free to go and do what you want, which then unlocks the second reserve that you can go and play on. And it also unlocks the multiplayer option in the main menu if you want to do multiplayer and do some co-op hunting. Again, there's no competitive element to this game. There is no, like, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. There is no competitive multiplayer. There's no online aspect. So, again, it makes me very hopeful that there'll be good mod support for the game down the road. Because, obviously, you won't be cheating anybody by using or playing with mods, which again, other game developers in the genre could not get their head round, and they started banning players for using mods and sharing mods and talking about mods when their game is a single player game. Right, we've got to use the binoculars, scope out the highlighted waypoints. Up
See you
to
soon,
Echo. Check the map in the office to refresh your memory of the surroundings. So this is my binocular. My current binoculars. There is no zoom option. I can't zoom in and out, but we do have a handy little rangefinder built in, which is very useful in this game. Because from what I understand, when it comes to actually shooting animals, it's very important to get a range on them first, because you actually have to dial your weapon in to the correct distance before you fire a shot, because if you have the wrong distance, you miss the animal, which is what you should do. So you have to do zeroing.
Grassland habitat.
Is what I'm saying.
Open country for beginners
Other hunting
and
games
seasoned
that
veterans
have
alike.
zeroing
The
built
meadows
in
serve as prime feeding areas
don't
for both
really do it
pheasants
very
and
well.
badgers. Undisturbed grasslands with tall grass have the potential to hold a lot of small but also some bigger game.
Right, so we've got a lot of badgers and pheasants in the area, apparently. Enter the car. Okay. Vehicle transport. Very nice. No need to Hey, here's a lovely thought for game developers out there. A rival game, you have to buy DLC to get access to vehicles. ATVs were a DLC. They charged you.
It's faster.
This game, they give you the car in the base game. Quick travelling across the map. Follow the road from the lodge, which will take you to a crossing near a bridge.
There's the bridge.
Cross the bridge and take the first turn on to the left, cross the river. Okay.
Now to the
That
left.
is what I shall do. And through the water.
Maybe I remember the road after.
Take the first turn on the right to the improvised parking lot.
I don't remember this parking lot. Let's leave the car here.
Oh, here. Okay. Then we've got to continue up the road on foot, reach the ladder and climb up. I think we can move a little bit faster. But at the moment, it's obviously teaching us how to travel around the world. I'm guessing fairly soon after that, it'll teach us perhaps how to shoot something. Maybe, possibly. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, that's ultimately what you want to do in a hunting game at the end of the day, isn't it? You shoot furry things in the face. I heard something. Sounded like a werewolf. I hope it's not that type of hunting game. Climb the ladder.
Here you are.
Free Echo.
Long time no see, my friend.
Right. Where are we going next then? Open the map and have a look. There's a road that runs all the way down there. This could be very dangerous. Me parkouring down a mountain. Don't know if you have health and stuff in this game. Like in, say, Call of the Wild, where you can be knocked unconscious. Right, we've got to go to the hunting range to hone your shooting skills. Okay then. Hunting range. Is there a way for me to get down safely from here? Didn't seem to like that. Oh. Oh. Use the tree branches to break your fall. Oh. So we'll head back to the car. Reclaim that. One of the things I've noticed, you can't move, or if you do move while you're equipped with your binoculars, you move incredibly slowly. Which I guess is like real life, really. You wouldn't really be using binoculars whilst you were moving. Which is something that's a little bit unrealistic about some of the other games in the same genre. Where you can run around with your binoculars out. Spotting every animal. Deciding whether or not you want to kill it. Let's run a little bit faster. Pick up the car. We need to go to... We need to go back across the river. I'm taking the car with me because I've already kind of learned from having done my research on the game and having read Steam forums that there's a bit of an issue at the moment in the game whereby you can't actually recall a vehicle. So if you, for example, you drive your car halfway across the map and then you decide not to go and pick that car up, and you go off hunting, you can fast travel to other locations or other areas of the map, like the shooting range, for example, shooting gallery. It's down here, or the lodge, or whatever, but you can't fast travel back to the car. So a lot of people are asking if there is going to be an option added to the game to be able to recall your car to where your wherever your guy is currently at, because otherwise you end up with your vehicle potentially getting stuck somewhere halfway across the map, miles away from you, with no way to get to it unless you just actually physically go there. And right, so we need to do some shooting practice. Okay, so we're going to need the gun. Okay, I'm going to do some zoomage. We need to zero it for 50 meters.
Bullseye. Vitals hit.
Bullseye. Right, now we've got to zero it for 150 meters. It's going to be the bad boy all the way down the range there.
Grandpa wants to keep his shooting skills sharp, but 200 meters? Way too far for a safe deer shot.
200 meters, that's this guy miles away off in the distance.
Looks like there's a note over there.
Put the gun away. Right. What's this note say?
Hey, Wallace, don't forget to take care of the badgers wreaking havoc behind the lodge. Sincerely, myself. You forgetful geezer.
You forgetful geezer. So Grandad left a note for himself saying we need to kill some badgers behind the lodge. Yeah, this is alright. This takes me in the right place, right direction. Back up to the lodge. Take my truck back. Can change the colours of the truck. There are a couple of different paint schemes available, and if you ordered the Elite edition of the game, you get a couple of extra I think you get an extra skin also. Right, we need to head up to the badger area. Take the path. We'll use the path. We'll be sensible. We won't try climbing up a rock face. And I assume we're going to want guns. By the way, means I probably don't need to have it set at 200 meters, because I would suspect that perhaps trying to hit a badger at 200 meters is not one of those things that you're going to be doing very frequently. Oh, look. Badgers. Lots of badgers. Right. Gotta get to the hunting stand, so we'll go very sneaky. Very slowly. Don't want to spook them. We want to get into our little stand. And we want to blast the little furry critters in the face. Do we? Do we want to blast them in the face? Because again, there is a trophy system in the game, so I guess we need to establish where we shoot the animals to maintain appropriate scoring. Yeah, I do like the fact that we have an animated entrance into the stand.
So many burrows. That's unusual. Badgers are definitely overpopulated in this area.
Loads of them running about. Missed him. No, I got him. I reckon we could probably bag a couple more though, couldn't we? If we, had appropriate range finding. They're at about 75 metres. Which means I probably want to be 0 for 100. Full breath. Hit him. Possibly. Couple down here. He's dead. Huh? Freaking friggers running. He's dead. Is he? Yeah, he's dead now. Another one all the way up there, look. Oh, I've run out of bullets. Have to reload, ladies and gents. Oh, that one I missed. That one I definitely missed. I have to hold the breath key. The breath key is the left button on the controller. I'm playing with controller, by the way. I'm not playing with mouse and keyboard. I know some people would say if you're shooting, you probably want to use the mouse. It's a lot more accurate. But again, for me, from a comfort point of view, I want to play the game with a controller. I'll go harvest some critters now. There he is. Shouldn't take blind shots into cover where they'd be, because I might possibly be hitting the ground or whatever. Is that a dead badger? That's a dead badger, ladies and gentlemen. That's flesh. That was a flesh kill. Overview. That was a male adult. Sell that one. that's the one I'm supposed to collect. Sure. A couple of others, wasn't there? There's a dead badger using my hunter sense. That was shot in the ass. I think there's another one over here. Go shoot 4. Got that one in. Shot it through the head. That's a bad place to shoot the animal, because the trophy on the badgers seems to be trophy shot on a badger seems to be trophy seems to be the skull. Another badger? Got here. I've got some blood. Ooh. Again, it's a slightly much harder game as far as tracking animals after you've shot them than, say, Call of the Wild, which gives you all these nice glowing, floating little things like, it went this way. You actually kind of have to look around. That one's down. I mean, you can turn on your hunter senses to give you a little bit. You have to stand still whilst you're moving. Your hunter senses don't work, but obviously nothing is glowing. Guessing there is nothing much over here. Don't think anything ran. Why? Dead badger over here. Flesh shot. Just going to sell it. Cash. Don't worry about trophying anything at the moment. In the tutorial portion of the game. Badger roaming. Sound a lot more terrifying. Badger running around over there, but I can't really see it until it comes a bit closer. But anyway, we'll pick up the one we're meant to pick up, which is a flesh shot. Very poor. Yeah, my shot placement is quite bad. That a badger? Was a badger. That one ain't running. Ladies and gents, that one ain't running. That was a good shot. Badger poo. Flesh, left lung, right lung, double lunged it. Spot on. That was a female badger though. No trophy rating for killing a female badger. Right. One up there. Badger burrows. But anyway, our next mission is buy the Remington 783 bolt action rifle, which is more suitable for a deer hunt. So what we can actually do, ladies and gents, we can now actually fast travel back to the lodge from here. Save us walking. We can go inside. Use the computer. A few little emails. Right, we want the Remington 783 rifle. That's going to cost me $1,040. Everything else is locked currently. Can't buy anything until we've completed the tutorial. Same goes for different scopes and stuff. Same goes for different passes to enable me to hunt in different areas of the reserve and on different reserves. Oh, storage-wise, we are going to put Grandpa's old rifle. One of the things I haven't figured out, or seen if it's actually possible, you can take the scope off the gun here, so obviously you can carry the gun without the scope, or you can put the scope on the gun. I haven't found whether it's...
use this bad boy for more than 100 meters.
I haven't seen if it's at all possible. So, take a scope off a gun like now. I haven't found if there's any way for me to remove the scope whilst so I can switch between iron sights and scope basically on the fly. I haven't found if that's possible. If it is, somebody let me know in the comment section. Because again, sometimes you don't necessarily want a rifle, a scope on your gun, especially if you're shooting things that are quite up close. No. Quite up close and in your face. It's quite nice to have iron sights then for a little bit unintrusive shooting. But I guess that's something we will figure out as we go. The game does limit you to only being able to carry 2 weapons at a time. It's not a weight-based system like, say, with Call of the Wild, where you can carry as many weapons as you can, as long as you've got the weight capacity, because obviously, in real life, most hunters don't tend to carry 3 or 4 guns with them when they go out on a hunt. They probably have their main rifle, and then they might have a smaller sidearm or something like that, typically for self-defense in case an animal, you know, gets a little bit too close and threatens them. I don't know if there's handguns in this game. That's something I will find out later on. Reach the upper grassland area. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. If we check the map, is quite a ways away. By the way, these little question marks on the map, they are hunting stands. When you go and find them and locate them, they just turn into a hunting stand icon on your map. So there are pre-established hunting stands for people that want to do stand hunting. Don't necessarily want to do run and gun. I've forgotten the designation. In Call of the Wild, there was a term that they used for the player that moves around, tracking actively, like walking, tracking animals, trying to find animals to shoot. And then there was the stand hunting type person that just sits in a spot and waits to see what wanders by, what comes a calling. Or something running then. Little badger. Not hunting badgers anymore. We're trying to hunt deer. Want to get to a certain spot and then we get to shoot a deer. Now he did say I shouldn't really use this more than 100 meters.
Better stay low, move quietly, and glass for animals from behind cover.
Glass for animals behind cover. See that
I remember when I couldn't tell the difference between a white-tailed deer and a mule deer.
that terminology
Everybody used
takes
to tease me
on
about it.
a much different. That terminology takes on a whole different different
Let's see if
meaning
I haven't forgotten all
in
those hunting lessons from Grandpa.
the UK. For example, if I said I'm going to glass something, that means I'm going to take a bottle, break it, and stab something with it. You know, that's what glassing means in the UK. Obviously, in this part of the world, it means looking at things through binoculars. So again, we would use the term spotting. Something. I'm very close to a hunting stand, actually. Can get to it. I'm here at the water. Supposed to be deer down here at the water. Oh, he's run away. Did I spooked it? Did I spooked it? I think I spooked it. Definitely one that ran away. Ah, there's the hunting stand. at me trying to actually look over grass that's in game. If I'm supposed to be shooting a deer here, apart from that one I saw running away, really seeing a lot of potential. Hello? Animals? Moving towards this exclamation mark on the compass. Although apparently, according to the wind direction, I'm now actually, my scent is being blown downwind ahead of me. So any animals will be able to smell me. There's an animal. Going prone, ladies and gents. There's a one just chilling out down by the stream. You might be able to get a decent shot on him. If we commando crawl our way. Fairly decent spot. Animal species white-tailed deer. Sprint. Mule deer. Is he gone? Oh, hang on a minute. There's one. One over there now. One over there, but that's 400 odd meters away. I don't really want to be taking. I probably want to be aiming for that one. I know Grandpa said don't use the rifle for more than 100 meters. but we might have to. Can I actually get across this water? I can, but I'm very slow. I wonder if it's going to tell me I should have shot a male deer and not a female one. Get over here. Oh, that's a rock. I thought that was a dead deer. Oh, we got blood. And it's pink. Medium amount of air bubbles. That tells me I got it in the lungs. Again, the blood colour is in one of those, is a weird thing in this game. That tells you a lot about what type of hit you've put on the animal. And whether you've made a good hit or a bad hit. Whether trying to find the next blood trail. Blood over here. Ow. Tell you what, locating and tracking your prey in this game, a lot harder. Ah, there it is. You got flesh, right lung, and liver. Female adult, 67 kilos, single lung. Weight to sell, 66.51 kilos. Market price, 3.3 bucks per kilo. 219 bucks. Right, so now everything is acceptable. Everything is accessible, apparently. I can now go visit the other reserve. I can start multiplayer if I wanted to. If I had all the credits and cash and stuff, I could now buy all the weapons and stuff in the game. Or I can go back to the lodge and take a new mission from Grandpa's computer. Whatever takes my fancy at this point. Hey, look, there's some animals. 400 meters away. You know what? Before we go back to Grandad's lodge, we have a bit of a sneak over here. Put a marker. I do like being able to put markers down via the binoculars. But again, if you spotted an animal in a certain place, just prior to taking your shot at it, maybe drop a marker. Maybe that could be useful for helping you know where to start your tracking from. Like mark where you shot it, whilst you still have a reference. Especially if you're like me and tend to shoot things over long distance. I tend to shoot things at great distances. I don't generally sneak up very close to things. And that's kind of how I've always played hunting games. I've always been much more of a long distance sniper kind of player than a sneak up close and hit things at short range. So that's why I'm perhaps as a player not terribly fussed about the lack of bow hunting at the minute, because I never really did a lot of bow hunting in other games that I've played. Tended to always be more of a rifleman. Chillaxing. See if there's a male. Again, we're heading straight downwind, which is not good. I'm pretty sure they will smell me. Do kind of need to get closer. 200 meters is, although I can hit it, I have no clue where I'm hitting it. So if I can get to within 150 meters, that's not good because I've automatically stood up. I think there's a male back there. Round about 178 meters currently. If I could get a little bit closer. There's a good chance I could get my first buck. There's one too. $43 meters. I could hit that. So yeah, that fella I could definitely hit. Should we give it a go? Zeroing's at 150. Felt like we gave it a pretty solid smack. Pink, medium amount of blood, air bubbles, time to expire slow, distance before expiration 50 meters. Blood. And kind of this way. Pink, air bubble. Air bubble. Pink air bubbles. Trying to spot the blood in the grass is quite difficult. Definitely a rock. There's a pheasant there. Lost the blood. Tracks. I guess we do a bit of a sweep. We kind of just move round in a circle. Hope we spot it somewhere. Shame you don't get the orange glowing thing like I did with the badgers. Say, hey, here's the body. Here's your kill. That's tracks. Right, there's blood. I think it went this way. Blood. 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 I think we're on the trail now, folks. Blood. More blood. Bleeding more frequently now as it's slowing down. I reckon. That's it over there. So yeah, it got quite a bit further than I thought it got. Left lung, right lung. Oh, it was starting to run out of steam because we hit bone first. That's why we didn't quite get the double lung penetration on that. Because we went through the shoulder blade, look, the scapula, or the humerus, the upper arm bone. That was quite bad. But I just wanted to be a little bit further back on my shot placement. I was hit that a little bit too far forward. I did. Hit that a little bit too far forward. Well, I guess, having now finally got a buck, a decent quality animal, I should make my way back to the lodge to accept our next mission from Grandpa's computer. So there we have it, folks. There's my first look at, my first experience playing The Way of the Hunter. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and a like. Be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're not already doing so, because that would be a massive help to me. And if you want to see more of this game, and me playing this game, let me know. I will be happy to do a few more videos on this game. And integrate it into the channel a little bit more. As an alternative to Farm Sim. And intersperse it with some Farm Sim content. There's a pheasant over there. We will get to pheasant hunting, I'm sure, fairly soon. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to go climb into this hunting stand. And I will see you all in another video very soon. Most likely, I'll do a part 2 to this game, as I'm in the mood to play a little bit more of this today. So I'll probably record another video, even if you guys don't like it. That's unfortunately just the way things work. The analytics will tell me whether or not I should do more of this content down the road. But for now, ladies and gents, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Goodbye.